All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, after 13 seasons as the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks, which included being the most successful benchman in the history of the franchise, Rick Carlisle stepped down today. Now, Carlisle only had 2 losing seasons in Dallas, which included leading the franchise to their only NBA championship back in 2011. You see what has gone on with the Mavericks this week. We just saw Donnie Nelson, the longtime president of basketball operations, step down with the Mavericks, and now Carlisle is stepping down. And you have to ask yourself if the Mavericks have a Luka Doncic problem, because we've also heard rumors about Kristaps Porzingis not being happy playing alongside Doncic. We've seen Nelson go. We've seen Carlisle go. We've also heard the stories coming out now in regards to Doncic showing up, Rick Carlisle, on more than one occasion. And, you know, that's not a good look. And, I mean, you look at it, and since Mark Cuban has been the owner of the Dallas Mavericks for more than 20 years now, you look at the Mavericks and you think about the consistency that this organization has. You think about the brotherhood that they have had amongst their players, everybody playing for the guy next to him. And now, you know, they have what looks like to be a me-type player in one Luka Doncic. And, you know, for Mark Cuban, a guy who was always, you know, called the shots, and it's always been his way, and it's always been about the success of the franchise and what's in the best interest of the franchise. He has now gone against the grain with everything that he has done so far as the owner of the Mavericks. And with that said, he has chosen the star player over the established people who helped that consistency chug along with Dallas, who helped this franchise win a championship. And, you know, you look in the brief time that Doncic has been with the Mavericks, they haven't got past the first round. So, I mean, yeah, you know, Luka Doncic is flashy, but what has he really proven that he can do at this point? Carlisle is a solid X's and O's guy. And, I mean, you don't win 836 career games in the NBA, which is 15th all-time, by accident. Carlisle, prior to joining the Mavericks, had success as the head coach of the Detroit Pistons. He also had success as the head coach of the Indiana Pacers. And, you know, I don't see Carlisle being out of work for long. You look at the Portland Trail Blazers, they're going to do everything possible to keep guard Damian Lillard happy. So you want to bring in a veteran coach like Carlisle potentially. You look at the Milwaukee Bucks. Yes, they tied up their series with the Brooklyn Nets tonight. But if the Bucks were to go in a different direction from Mike Budenholzer, I guarantee you Rick Carlisle is going to get a call. The Boston Celtics, Brad Stevens has now moved up to running things in the front office. Carlisle played for the Boston Celtics, was also a part of a championship team in Boston, so he knows what it takes to win in the green and white. They have 2 young stars in Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I guarantee you Carlisle will get some interest there. And finally, the New Orleans Pelicans, who just parted ways with Stan Van Gundy. And they need somebody to solidify things for the head coaching position from there. You look at the Mavericks, and I know that one name that comes to mind is going to be Jamal Mosley. He is an assistant with the Mavericks right now, and he is somebody that that Doncic respects. But make no mistake about it, anytime that, you know, you're creating a diva culture, and this looks like what the Dallas Mavericks are doing right now with the youngster and Luka Doncic, it sets the wrong precedent. We saw this years ago with the Utah Jazz, when longtime coach Jerry Sloan stepped down because he could no longer deal with guard Darren Williams. And, of course, Darren Williams didn't last in Utah that much longer. And, honestly, his career after that really was never the same. You look at Luka Doncic, and all I could say is this. If everything that is being said is true, and you have a situation where 2 longtime guys, and Donnie Nelson and Rick Carlisle, left the organization within the same week, it's put up or shut up time for Doncic. That's it. Make no mistake about it, because these two guys are established. They're loved within the organization. And any time that two guys of that caliber leave an organization just like that at the drop of a dime, it does not look good for you. I think Mark Cuban, sat back and saw a bad precedent being set by his organization. And to me, I think this could hinder more than help the Mavericks in the long term, because, again, under Mark Cuban, this has been a tight-knit, well-run organization from the top down. If there was any friction with Dirk Nowitzki, their best player during his tenure there, you never heard about it publicly, especially to this accord. So I look at the Mavericks. They've just really gone against everything that they've stood for during this Mark Cuban tenure, and it's going to be interesting to see how both the Mavericks and Doncic come out of this saga. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take this time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it will be my pleasure to follow you right back. There is also the Sports Discussion Group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out, drop a line, and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin. Take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.